Alright everyone, welcome back to another video. Last time we left off with them showing us more of what was going on with the British attack in Libya, and as well as American-built planes that were being used in that. We're now on to the conquest of Abyssinia complete, November 27th, 1941. Just before November 27th, on an intense artillery bombardment was opened up on Gondor, last remaining center of Italian resistance in Abyssinia, and the town was heavily bombed from the air. This was followed soon after daybreak by general assault from several directions by the British Empire and Allied forces under command of Major General C.C. Fox. Oh, my bad. After capturing the advanced enemy position at Defectia, right? That's what that says. Defetia and Maldiba, Gondar itself was stormed by East African troops who, by the evening, had gained complete control of the town. At 6 p.m., the Italian commander, General, Nasi, we're going to say Nasi, interesting name, surrendered with all of his forces, amounting to about 10,000 men, half of whom were Italians. The victory brought the campaign in East Africa to a successful conclusion. The pictures show Italian prisoners marching through Gondar under escort. That's just all it says. Italian troops through Gondar marching through with an escort. Left. It says left, but I guess this is what it's saying is left, but this is the bottom, I guess. Men of the King's African Rifles marching past the saluting point during a ceremonial parade held to celebrate the victory in Abyssinia. Yeah, this is a part of the war that not many people, they do talk about it. Obviously, the channel that I would say talks about it the best is the Second World War channel with Indy Nidell and Spartacus and Spartacus's wife that I can't remember her name. I apologize. But they do a good job. They talk about all this stuff. But most people don't really think about this when they think of the Second World War. You know, this is a big part. Africa, more southern Africa rather than just North Africa. Goes on for quite a while, 1941, almost 1942. But it's probably just because the Italians really didn't put up that much of a fight. I mean, they did, but not comparatively to other fronts, I would say. Germans driven back in South Russia. November 22nd to 29th, 1941. Rostov lost and regained. After the fall of Taganrog, on October 22nd, the Russian forces on the southern front retreated slowly towards Rostov-on-Don, about 40 miles farther east. This town owes its importance to its navigational facilities and its position on 3 key railways. The Russians employed skillful delaying tactics and blew up the Don dikes, thereby inundating large tracts of the country between the town and the Sea of Azov. In addition, Soviet guerrillas were especially active behind the enemy lines. Nevertheless, on November 22nd, just a month after the fall of Taganrog, the Germans entered the town. Their victory, however, was short-lived. On the 28th, the Soviet 57th Army, commanded by General Remizov, re-entered Rostov from the southwest. And on the following day, the 9th Army fought its way into the town from the northwest, thereby practically encircling the Germans, who, after 2 days of fierce street fighting, in which they lost more than 5,000 men killed, beat a disorganized retreat. The pictures show top German troops passing through Taganrog, where factories and other buildings are blazing furiously. Yeah, and they talk about in this, before we get to the other pictures, they talk about the Soviet guerrillas. Yeah, they were very, very effective. They messed up a lot of the communications behind line, a lot of railway, things like that. If they got caught, though, their fate, I'm sure you could guess, was very, very not good. So, those guerrillas, they actually, I think they were also women as well. But whoever they were, it was really, if you did your best not to get caught, that's what would matter. And then left, Russian soldiers hunting down German stragglers in Rostov. And then right, citizens welcoming Russian troops when they re-entered the town. Yeah, they're probably glad to have their boys back. Like, yeah, look at if it'll look at that guy. This guy right here. He's like, yeah, good job, boys. I'm sure he's actually just posing for the camera, but still, that guy looks happier than can be. German drive towards Moscow halted at the gates. December 6th, 1941. Germans at the gates of Moscow. The great German bid to take Moscow continued unabated throughout October and November, but the enemy made slow progress. Klin and Volokolomansk fell on November 26th and 28th, respectively. But strong counterattacks near Tula and Klin upset the German plans to encircle the capital. Early in December, the enemy threw every available man and tank into a gigantic frontal attack. Mojaisk fell on the 6th, and the advance units actually penetrated to within 30 miles of the capital. After some of the bloodiest fighting of the campaign, but they got no further. Thereafter, the initiative passed steadily into Russian hands as winter's icy grip descended upon the scene of battle. The pictures show, top left, Moscow citizens digging anti-tank ditches and at the approaches to the city. Yep, and once again, just like we saw in a previous one, all of the citizens are going to go out and they're going to build anything that they can to defend their city. And because Stalin ordered, fight to the death. And, well, they're going to follow that order if need be. Left, Cossack cavalry attacking an enemy position near the city on foot. I'm sure to these guys, they felt like they were fighting Napoleon again, really. I mean, obviously they didn't fight him, but you know what I mean? The Russian Cossacks are good reason as to why Napoleon, when he was leaving Russia, why he was attacked so bad. I lost so many men, really, near the end there. Okay, 1 second. Cossack cavalry attacking an enemy position near... Okay, I was just making sure I read that. Ill-clad German soldiers, only one of whom is wearing an overcoat, with horse transport retreating north of Moscow. Yeah, and we see one has an overcoat. The rest of these guys do not. And yeah, even if this isn't fully true and it's just that guy just happens to have one, the rest we're just like, we don't want to wear them right now. This is big propaganda, obviously. Be like, hey, look, the soldiers, they're freezing. And only this one guy has an overcoat. Look at that. Is it true? Who's to say? The Germans did have bad supply, and the cold really, really hurt them. But yeah, who's to say? And then below, a big Russian tank passing through the capital on its way to the front line, only a few miles away. I believe that's a T-34. It kind of looks like a T-34. But yeah, obviously the Russians, they're going to defend Moscow. It's the capital. So no step back, basically, is the idea. But, Joe Stalin might have taken a step back, but these people weren't going to. They didn't get that choice. Luckily for them, that never came to be. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this video. If you guys liked the video, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell me what I can improve on. I always appreciate your feedback. And as always, subscribe. You guys have been doing great. And make sure to tune in tomorrow, because if you look at the date there, I'm sure you can guess what's coming up soon. All right. Thank you.